unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, people, come on in. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. Um, Great show tonight. It's going to be a little sensitive. I'm sorry I'm late. I had ran into some problems, but it's solved. Thank you, Lord. And I appreciate every last one of you guys tonight. I want to thank you for your patience. Thank you for tearing for me. Speaking all these last couple of days, I've been on sexual assault and all types of things. And appreciate you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. Special thanks to all my wonderful guests out there. Appreciate you. This is going to be a sensitive show tonight. And I want you guys to listen. I want you to listen because you don't know what we're about to hear. And I tell anybody I'm looking for some people that have been sexually assaulted, whether you've been molested or whatever. You come on in and tell us about your experience. Kenny Nicole, what's going on? Sharice Wright, what's going on? What's going on? All right, D, praise the Lord tonight. That's right. Sharon Hill, I love being black. I love being black. Peggy, I love you, sister. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Tone, what's up, Tone? Tell you. Lisa, what's up, Lisa? I see you. Sarah. What's going on, Sarah? All right. Was that Navita Curtis? All right. Make sure you guys share this video because this is a very touching video. And we want to talk about sexual assault, people being groomed at a young age, and now it's affecting them in adulthood. And just share the video, people. Tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. I love being black. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Gambling, what's going on? I love being black. That's right. Renita McDonald, I love my beautiful black skin. Yes, I do. I love Phoenicia Smith. I see. I love this. So these are full nose. No, this broad nose, this full lips, caramel complexion, this kinky hair, man. I love it. I tell you, I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. That's right. We tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. All right. Oh, I don't want to cry this late. My face will stay puffy all day tomorrow. Well, you know what? Somebody need to hear it. And I want this to be a platform where we can have folks come on here and express themselves. Because, you know, a lot of people been bottling this stuff up. And, you know, the public, somehow the public like to throw it under the, you know, they more cater to the perpetrators than the victims. And somebody said, well, Martin, aren't you tired of talking about this? You don't know if Martin Johnson a victim or not of sexual assault. You don't know. I could be very well that. You don't know. You don't know my past. You know? Yeah, these people crazy, man. Tell you it's live on cut. I got 4 shares. I need at least 10, 12 shares. And we can get it on the roll. We can get to rolling. Get to rolling. All right, we got the normal people on here tonight, which is good. Which is good. We might have a few little stragglers come in on here tonight, but we're going to say them straight. I'm telling you. Set them straight. I didn't realize there was so many freaky people out here. Okay, make sure you like the video and share the video. Share the video, people. Share and like the video. Do that for Martin Johnson. Please, that'd be greatly appreciated. And let's get this show on the road. I tell you. And we dealing with a lot of monsters that live among us. Just like we had these criminals shooting and killing people, we had these pedophiles too. I'm telling you, we had them. We had them. They don't want to hear this truth, but we're going to let it happen. That's what's going to help us, the truth. We need this in our community. We need this in our community, people. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. I love being black. Tell you, silence is violence. Yes. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Come on in, people. Silence is violence. Come on in, people. Come on in.
You already know what it is. Live,
Let me
uncut,
acknowledge some of my people real
unedited.
quick.
Tell the
Sharon
truth
Hill,
and
D
shame the
again.
devil.
All right.
I love being black.
Kenny Nicole. All right. Sarah, hey, Martin G. That's right. All right. It was Aneva Curtis. All right. All right. Let me try to look tiny gamble. I said you. Okay. Where my people at? Peggy Gay. I see you. All right. Y'all lighting the lines up. Angelia Moore. What's up, Angelia? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I'm yawning, y'all, but it's okay. I'm up tonight. I'm up tonight, though. We want some folks to call in and talk about this. Is going to be a touchy situation. Facebook, make sure you share it on your page. Share it on your page. We talking about victims of sexual assault. I tell you. Facebook, make sure you sexual assault. All right. Gloria Jordan, what's up? I didn't speak, Martin. How are you tonight, sir? I'm great. I'm wonderful. Brother Art, what's up, Art? Arthur Lewis in the house. What's up? Yolanda. Yolanda, what's going on? Yolanda Williams. What's that? Caroline Newt. Gloria, my cousin. Hold on. When you said Gloria, you said my cousin. I guess you can call her a pansexual. She has no preference of whom she have sex with. Boy, girl, woman, beast, behavior. I would say her name, but she knows who she is. She abused myself and my brothers and a real creep. My goodness, glory to God. Oh my God. Maria Sterling.
Lord have mercy.
That's Lord have mercy, boy. People, let me get started. I'm finna get started. We got some sick people that live among us. Some sick people that live among us. Very sick people. I call them trisexuals. They'll try anything. Anything. All for fleshly desire. That's it, people. And I want to tell you guys, didn't you hear my live today? Not the live, I post a little insert about 10 minutes how that lady cried, came on here and cried and talked about how she was sexually abused and everything. And I was talking to a follower of mine. She called me uncle. She said, Martin, I know a family where the mama went in the hospital and the father had sex with both of the girls and got both of them pregnant. He had babies by them. And them same girls right now today, they out there prostituting on drugs. On drugs. The father, their own father. Mama went in the hospital and the father was having sexual relationships with his daughters and got both of them pregnant. And both of them girls messed up right now. Said one on the west side, getting high, cracked out, prostituting, everything. See, people, we don't know people's stories behind the drug addiction. We don't know. And see, these people are deeply scarred. And I can imagine they saying in their mind, why God, why me, why I had to experience this? A man that I thought that's supposed to love me and protect me. He's laying down with me and impregnate me. That's some sick stuff, people. Incest. Some sick stuff. Real talk. right now on the west side of Chicago, prostituting and on drugs, running the streets. Nobody probably know her story. Nobody know her story.
They're
Telling
looking
you,
down on
if you can't trust your mother and your father, who can you really trust? Come on now, people.
nobody.
The father got his own daughter pregnant. That's some sick stuff, people. Are y'all sharing this video? Because we got to get it out here. We got to get it out here. They don't want to hear stuff like this, but we're going to get it out here. We're definitely going to get it out here, people. Some sick stuff out here. This is real. My. All right, we need some callers.
Call in number
Put the number on the screen.
872
The number's up on the screen.
299-0808 or 872-297-6389.
Hey, it's all right. Marvin Wooden in the house. Wooden in the house. Okay. Let me say this, people. Somebody said, well, Martin, why are you talking about this all the time? Aren't you tired? Far as I know, sexual assault is a crime. Molestation is a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what you say, grooming a person is a crime. Isn't this crime? Isn't it crime? The last I thought it was crime. There are a lot of damaged women out here. All right. Somebody said, Jed stole from me. Oh, okay. Well, this ain't the show to really be talking about that, but I thank you for telling me. Maybe you can inbox me or something. Latanya, that goes above beyond one victim and one perpetrator. This have protruded generations and affected many people. We got a caller. Art Lewis said, chilling at work cooling. What's the subject for the day? Sexual assault. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Hey, caller. 5625. Caller?
I didn't hear nobody come in.
Yeah, they hear. I can see the pop up on the screen, but they didn't say anything. They probably listen to the
Probably
program.
just getting the strength together to tell their story.
I know it. It's hard. And callers, any one of you call in tonight, I promise you we're not going to give your phone number away. We're not even going to say your name or anything like it. So trust me on that. Everything is confidential. It would not be revealed. And I don't care what you say. I'm going to keep you confidential. And you got my word on that. Period. 5625, caller. The last 4 digits of your telephone number. Hey, caller, are you there? Caller? I'm going to boot him off. I'll boot him off. I'll boot him off. All right, caller, I'm going to boot you off. You didn't say anything.
They'll be back.
Yeah, they'll probably be back. You had to call in. All right, we need some people to call in. Call in. Did you want to say something, caller?
Getting myself prepared.
Getting yourself
No,
prepared.
I'm just here.
Okay. Yeah, they want us to be quiet about these pedophiles. I'm not going to be quiet about them.
Mm-hmm.
David McDowell doing great work in the community. I'm not going to be quiet about them.
Me neither. And I'm going to support you in it. Like you just said, a lot of people don't know your motivation. You could be a victim yourself. Somebody in your family could have been a victim.
Yeah.
And it is a whole thing in the Black community where, Grandma, your uncle messed with them kids in that basement.
Mm-hmm.
That is taboo, and they try to make you be quiet. They don't want people to talk about it, but it has to get out. These kids really think these people care about them. They want somebody to care about them, and they don't even know they're being groomed.
I got an anonymous caller. Let's see what they're gonna say. I might let this fly today. No, I don't take anonymous callers since it's such a touchy situation. Maybe I'll let.
Let them call in.
Yeah, got an anonymous caller. Want to see, and okay,
Tasha has joined.
okay. Hey, caller. Caller,
Hi, Martin.
how you doing?
Hi.
You
Good
want
ear.
you want to share a story with us? Hello.
Yes.
Go ahead. Your own
Yes, I'm
words.
here.
Take your time. Take no rush. Take your time. Is it an echo or is no echo?
Yes, I'm transgender woman, and I want to talk about the guy, the other kind of crime chaser. Yeah, we interact with each other. I'm scared because I don't want, other people to judge me.
Okay, well, I don't have your phone number. I don't know who you are. Just say your truth, Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Andrew.
Hold on, last
talk
caller.
about it.
Hold on, last. I got somebody before you. Go ahead. Anonymous caller, go ahead.
I don't want to offend Andrew.
So,
Can't do this.
well, you don't have to say nobody's name, or now you don't have to really put out their name or something. I just want you to tell your truth and what happened to you. You don't have to do that. I'm not trying to. This is not. I'm not here trying to dig up no dirt on nobody. I'm not trying to do that. I just want you to tell, how you've been violated, and just tell it. I don't. You don't have to mention names, huh?
Is it a doctor on the phone?
Go ahead, anonymous caller.
It's the doctor on the phone.
The doctor. No, the doctor. She's not in yet. I can call her. She's not here yet.
I'll be patient to talk to her to feel safer.
Okay, I'll call her. Make sure I tell her to call in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My last caller, 1899. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, yeah, this is one of those topics. And one thing I wanted to bring up is how in the state of Illinois, we have what's called mandated reporters. And the unfortunate piece about that is even as these children are being violated, they're being violated by people that are mandated reporters or are related to mandated reporters that know that this activity is going on and they won't even speak up. In fact, they do everything that they can to sweep it under the rug. And I find that to be so unfortunate just because I know of a situation that a mandated reporter decided to not talk about it, even rectify it, deal with it, be a part of the counseling of it. And they also did everything that they could to pay an attorney to sweep it under the rug, just to protect the individual that the violator. Now, what do you do in this case? It's so unfortunate that you have mandated reporters that will blow the whistle on anyone else but their family members.
That's true. That is so deep. That is so deep. That is so deep. I'm calling the doctor right now, guys. Let me see if I can get her on live. She's probably asleep, but her husband will have to forgive me for calling this late.
Right.
Yeah. You should be in here. Yeah. She didn't answer. But a lot of us know cases like that where mandate report. Explain what is a mandate reporter for those that don't know. I know what it is, but
Individuals who are licensed to teach or treat children. So a teacher, a speech pathologist, a doctor, those are mandated reporters.
Progressors for DCFS through an agency like Aunt Martha's, because I used to be one, so I know what it is. It's not a college educated requirement, or you don't have to hold a degree to have it. It's a certain class that you take, you get certified in it, you go through something called the CANS check. In the state of Illinois, they check your background and make sure you're not a so-called predator, and now you're a mandated reporter.
I know a lot of people in social service agency, because when I did social service work, if we seen something, we had to report it. Any child abuse or neglect or something like that, we had to report it too as well. Right.
Anybody that works in a facilitated environment for DCFS, any type of adult group homes where it's like assisted living, for adults that have any type of issues where they need assistance in taking medication, mania, and just different things. You're mandated, like, to report things that's going on in the group home. They call them progressors, where you keep a notebook for each patient that lives there.
Right, but also those teachers too, and therapists that treat children.
So anyone that's mandated through the state, it's because you work for a state facilitated environment, whether it's a school, a home. I used to do it for Aunt Martha's agency, and I'm not a teacher. I don't have a degree to teach, but I was hired and contracted through Aunt Martha's youth agency to work for DCFS.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that. I was just giving some additional examples.
Pernicious has joined.
All right, we're looking for somebody to tell us a story, or that you're a victim of sexual assault or molestation, or you've been groomed or something. We're looking for somebody, because this is deep. I want this to be a platform where you can be free and express yourself. I don't care if you're transgender. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're straight. This should be a safe place where you can express yourself, let it all out, cry, scream, holler. I don't care. And we'll never tell your name, period. We will not give you a phone number. All information is confidential, period. Yeah. And that's what we need, because, see, they trying to shut me down here on the internet, people. They trying to shut me down from talking about it. Everybody making excuses. Why are you still talking about that? Why are you doing this? And they don't say, I should say, why are you still smoking blunts on your page? Why are you still shooting guns? Why are you still dressing half naked and having sex on Facebook and do all that? Why are you doing that on your page? That's what I should be asking. But they're going to come on my page, on my platform, and tell me what I should be doing or what I should be talking about. I've always asked them, if you don't like what I do, just unfollow, delete yourself. That's all. Or maybe this might not be the live that you want to be on. Period. Period. This is real, people. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people got a lot of sexual allegations out on them right now. A lot of sexual allegations. A lot of sexual allegations. I'm telling you. And they don't want to come out. And they want Martin Johnson to be quiet. But I'm not going to be quiet. All right. Somebody said in the, it said, excuse me, y'all. Somebody said that, I'm almost leave. Somebody said, my oldest daughter was also touched in a nasty way when she was about 7 years old by a female. It's terrible, Martin. Mary Jane. That's terrible. It's terrible to hear. And a lot of caller 1899. I know who you are. A lot of this stuff go unchecked. A lot of these people, they get away with this stuff. They get away with it.
Away with it.
They gets away with it.
Yeah. And carry on and keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no guarantee that that person only did it to the two people that she did it to. You know, she may have done it to more. There may be others.
Mm-hmm.
Always is.
Mark, the
Go ahead.
whole scenario of the story, you have to expose these people. You cannot let these people stay here.
Mm-hmm. Well, not on just me.
Amen.
We all have to do that. We
We
have to
all, we
listen.
all have,
We all
we
have to
all
do
have-
it. It ain't just up to me. I'm bringing the story to light. I need people to come on here to
Dominique has joined.
tell their story because, see, none of us look like what we've been through. Well, most of us don't. And people, by me
Amen.
just talking about it every day, I need you guys to support what I'm doing so we can keep this going. We have to expose these devils. We can't allow these devils to hide in plain sight among us. We can't do it. I don't care if it's a family member. We can't do it, people. They sick in the mind.
and what I don't like about the other crime chaser, he study trying to interact with our kids. Leave our kids alone.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
20.
You are a creep. You are a clown.
6269. Hey, caller.
Hi.
Hi.
So it ain't about that the ladies are scared to tell. It's about when we go tell our mom or anybody else, they tell us not to, not to tell, or we did it, or the way we was dressed, or they in love with this person. So it's hard for me to say he did it or go tell the police, or they're not going to believe us because we younger than them.
I heard that. I heard that before. I know a personal friend of
Because
mine.
I told my mother,
Go ahead.
and I told her what he did to me, and I bit him, and she said that he hurt himself, but I know that I did it,
Can you tell me how old was you when this happened?
12. Yeah.
Man, it's I can imagine that probably was hard. Just looking in his eyes, just seeing him still in your presence, and doing what he's doing. Did your mother? She didn't want to believe you
At all. And it hurts.
Yeah. And you know what? Let me say this too. I've known or heard of stories where women, they know their boyfriend is looking at their daughter. They put the daughter out. I'm telling you, that should never happen, mothers. That should never happen. And y'all know on this program, on this podcast, I always talk about when you have these boys, young men come in your house and they get up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, go to the bathroom. You need to watch what they're doing. Watch them. Make sure the only door that's closed and open is the door that they go in the bathroom in. It's real, people.
Things, them screen the meat doors. They got things that you can put on the doors that when you close them, when the door opens up, it whistles real loud all throughout the house. Wake everybody up. The door separates from that jam. It rings. Loud whistle. An alarm. They run by battery, by watch batteries.
Mm. And see, on this site, people, on this broadcast, we're catering toward the victims, not the perpetrators. The victims, both male, female, transgender, either or whatever your sexual preference is. Listen, you still don't have a right to be violated in no kind of way. You know. This is sick, people. And this is real, people.
Try not to cry.
This is real. See, I just want to say this. I'm not trying to build up a sympathy case, but I want to let the public know that this is real amongst our color, our culture. It's real. Oh, grandma, mama, don't say nothing. We'll deal with it. Grandmama, you upstairs cooking. Everybody's playing cards. All the children downstairs in the basement. You know Uncle Tony, your son. You know he don't need to be around those little small children. He looking at them and got his hand down his pants looking at the babies. He's sick. You know he's sick. You know he's sick. And you still allow him to be around children. He's sick. And you sick for allowing him to do that.
Yep.
People, let me say something. Well, you say, well, Martin, he didn't touch nobody, but the intent was there. He was trying to groom somebody. Don't you know grooming is 3 to 4 years, people? 3 to 4 years. That's a class 4 felony. Grooming a person.
$25,000 fine.
And I want to say to every young lady or transgender, a man or whoever, female, come on here, speak. It's going to be confidential. It's a lot of parents out here that's guilty allowing your boyfriend, your male company, to violate your children, and you turn a blind eye because you think he buying you things, he's good to you and all that, but he's molesting your sons and your daughters. He's a freak. And you turn the blind eye because he buying you things. You're a freak. And we supposed to get on here and forgive you. No. Real talk. We bringing awareness tonight. I'm not playing with none of y'all people on here. None of them here. And do me a favor. For those that just calling in tonight, please do not mention no one's name because I don't want nobody saying that I'm making this program about any activists. I just want the truth to come out. Tell us your truth without mentioning names. If it's your father, you want to say your father, your uncle, your cousin, your relative, you say that. But please do not mention names. Even if it's an activist, you can say it's an activist. Cool. But do not mention his or her name. Please do that.
Joined.
Yeah, please do that. We got another anonymous call. No, we don't take anonymous caller, but in this case, we're going to this exception to the rule. Okay, anonymous caller, what you have to say?
Yes, good evening. This is an anonymous caller. It's not about me. I just wanted to tell a relative story. She's not here anymore.
Okay, right. Go ahead. Let us have it.
Okay, because it was always been very despicable to me. She was a very young girl, had to be about maybe 8, at the most maybe 9. And her mother had her younger brother's father staying with them. And it was an issue of a body odor, her behavior. And one day she went and told my mother that the man was having sex with her. And my mother went straight into the room where my cousin's mother and the baby daddy / boyfriend was asleep. And my mother supposedly told her, like, she said, your daughter's saying that he did this to her. He's doing this to her. My aunt looked over and asked him. They said he said no and rolled right back over and went to sleep. She didn't kick that man out the house. And, it's not always about a man that paid bills or nothing like that because he was a bum. But the desperation some women had. And watching my cousin, I didn't understand what was going on with her till we got grown. But growing up as a young girl and a teenager, she was, promiscuous, but she was written off as crazy. She was written off as a bad child and having a mental illness. But knowing what happened to her, it's obvious why she had the problems that she had. And that's why I am unforgiving. When I hear about stuff like that, I am absolutely unforgiving. I don't care if it was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. That type of behavior changes a child forever. And once that child becomes an adult, they have the ability to change other people's lives forever. That's why you have to be careful about how you handle your children. Because you're not only grooming them for their life, you're grooming them for the lives that they're going to also affect when they have the power to.
Has joined.
Says she isn't here anymore.
And that's what's so dangerous about that. That's why when these people get on here telling you why you still talking about it, is because people, period, not just in the Black community, but when it comes to pedophiles, everybody wants to be quiet about it. And when the lady was speaking about the mandated reporters and how they, that person swept it up under the rugs, a lot of times it's because that person knows that the predator, was probably preyed upon by somebody that's important to them too. And they don't want to they don't want to open Pandora's box. This stuff go real deep. And so that's why when people get to talking about, why are you talking about this? Oh, that was a long ago. I feel like something must be deeply wrong with them. And I fear for their kids and the young people that's in their care. That you would want somebody to be quiet when talking this type of stuff. These people cannot be rehabilitated. I've not seen not one case where a pedophile has changed their life around. They've always relapsed. They worse than drug addicts. Yep. They always relapse. So the fact that people even feel like there's a time, the fact that people even feel like there's a timeline is amazing. But that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted, to me, that was a very
said that she wasn't here anymore. And she no longer.
No, she passed away. She passed away.
Oh, no.
Okay. I just want.
Yeah, she passed away.
Let me just say something, people, real quick, about this Justin A. Peters case. Chi-Town Crime Chasers, CCC. Remember those guys, Jedediah and Tyrone Muhammad? They asked Justin not to be around babies until they get some help. Now, if they didn't think that he didn't do anything, or the allegations, they wouldn't. It's not no allegation that he was the conviction that he had. They would have told him continue to do what you're doing. But just the fact that they told him don't be around no children, they knew that he was dead wrong. They knew it. He should have been told, you know what? You need to take that name down, get out of town and get packing. Don't come back no more. Don't come around no more. That's the right thing to do.
Violence might.
Hold on. We're not going to, not on this platform, we're not going to pat no pedophiles, no molesters and stuff like that. We're not going to do that here. So for them to say, don't be around no children no more until we can determine if you all right or not, that means they're admitting guilt too, that he's guilty. And most of those people that's on that other platform that's following him, they would not leave their sons or daughter with him unattended at all. They won't do it. But they want somebody else's child to be in jeopardy. All because you want to watch a crime scene. Come on now, people. Something wrong with that. We got 2 more callers. 1616 caller. Come on, caller. 1616.
Hi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Hi, Martin.
Hi.
Okay, I'm calling to share a story about my best friend. I myself am a victim of being molested as a child. But it's not as deep as the situation my friend went through. We were in high school. We met in high school. And I used to go home with her on some days after school, just hanging out. And her stepdad would always be there when we would come in from school. No, okay. During the time that I was there, it never happened. But she ended up letting me know that some days after school, he would make her watch. At the time, we used to call them flicks, like porn, I guess.
Yeah, porno flicks. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, flick. That's what we said back then.
Right, he grooming.
And yeah, she shared those. Yeah. So, in the last period, every day after school, we had our last period of class. And she would talk about it in the class. We had a really cool teacher. He was a young teacher. And so we were able to talk and vent about things. And she used to be so distraught about that, and everyone in the class, we used to say, oh, you want us to beat them up? Everybody was concerned. So one day I end up, because I always was taught that you have to report those things. You have to say something. It was out in the classroom and stuff, but I'm like, I had to say something. So I end up telling her family. And oh boy, did it turn on me. It was a big thing for quite some time and even to this day, the mom just didn't believe it because he swore on a holy Bible that he didn't do it. Yeah, it was bad, and I'm sorry because I don't want to be all over the place, but this thing is so deep. And it was just really bad. We were in high school, we're grown now, but things still to this day with the situation, and it's crazy because the mom ended up marrying the man. She married him. And to this day, we're in our 40s, and this man still makes passes at her.
Oh my
And it's
God.
just such an awkward, it's just bad. I hate it so bad because, over the years, it's he's still there. So you have to see him for family functions, all of these things. And it's so difficult for me because that's my friend. I love her and I have to be around to support her for things and stuff like that. But it makes me so uncomfortable because it's how is he just still here like this? No one, it's it's nothing, And the family, everybody was mad at me for a while.
No, let her talk. No questions. Let her talk. Please, let her talk. Please, don't ask no questions. Let her talk. No interruption. Go ahead, sister.
Okay, but I just wanted to share that because it still bothers me today as though it happened to me because, like I say, some things have happened to me as well. But with this, and this man is just still around, it's just nothing, and it's so awkward. I can't even go really visit her and stuff because when they come from out of town to visit her, they stay with her and stuff. This man still has to stay in her apartment with her because this is her mom's husband. She still married this man after this because he swore on the Holy Bible that he didn't do it. So from that from that, it's just like, okay, that's just what it is. But I always talk to her and just tell her, like, we have to pray for her mom because maybe she was taught things to, like, not say anything and to sweep things under the rug. I don't know. But it's just so disturbing to see that how she still married this man off of this. And it's just like, it's just so phony. It's just like, I have to come around, I have to speak because I have to be mature and cordial. But I can never get out of my head what he did. And he's just still there. And then, like I said, to this day, she has shared with me that in the grocery store, he'll like maybe try to pinch her butt up or something, like still making passes and stuff. And it's like, she can't even say anything to her mom. It's like, I don't know, it's so deep. It's just so deep. And she used to always get whooping. She always had to stay on punishment. See, the mom would be at work, and then after school, he would be there to fix after school snacks and stuff like that. And a lot of times she would be on punishment for nothing. He would just do that. She would just be in trouble for nothing. Like, what is she on how is she on punishment like every week? When she would take baths and stuff, she would have to keep the bathroom door open. Like all of these things. So I just want to let that out because I hate that for my friend, and I hate even to this day, and we're in our 40s, because that was in high school when that first started, and the fact that he still has to just be around, and he would still come in her house, and it's like it's nothing.
Does she have a man? Does she have a
Yes,
boyfriend?
she do.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, everybody.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, she is like, I don't know, it's like everybody, I don't know. I don't want to say afraid of him. I don't know. It's just like, this is just how it's been ever since. It's just,
That's a lot.
yeah, it's just like that's what it is. And like I said, everybody was mad at me as that young teenager that told. But our friendship never broke up. She to this day she appreciated what I did. Like I felt like I just had to say something because it was like every day in our last period in school, she was like terrified to go home. I'm like, I gotta say something. So the family was mad at me for a minute. I couldn't even go to the hospital for the birth of her second daughter because like he was there. It was just like, wow. I'm like, I was taught that this is what I was supposed to say. I was supposed to tell. And especially from what happened to me, like, because I never told what happened to me when I was like maybe 7 or 8. It wasn't as deep, but it was 2 brothers. And when we were kids, we used to play house. And that's how that started, playing house. Stuff like that. It was just 2 brothers. One was older, and he used to be jealous of the little one from, fondling me. And it was just really weird. It was like a situation that happened like once or twice. I remember vaguely. So I never even told him. I never told my mom. I don't know. I allowed it to happen, and that was it. I never said anything. So I felt like, I think when I got in high school and hearing that about my friend, I felt like I gotta open my mouth. And it wasn't me. And maybe it's because I should have said something when I was little. No.
Somebody had a question. Actually, whoever had the question, you can ask the question now.
It was me.
Okay, go ahead.
It was me.
Go ahead.
I noticed that the caller said that she was at the hospital for the second birth of her child. Does your friend allow her children to go in her mother's home where this man is still there? She allow her children
no.
around? Thank God.
No, she doesn't. No, she does. She does. I can say that. And no, I didn't. I wasn't. No, they didn't allow me into the hospital. Like they had to turn me around. Like I wasn't allowed because at that time, everything was still so fresh and it was still talked about. And so yeah, they didn't want me around. Like I was the one that was like the bad guy for a long time. So
like me.
I still stuck around because I'm like this. Right,
me.
like you, like, and that's why, yes, I know, and I hate that because it's like how they mad at you for exposing the truth. Like, I don't understand that. Like, this is a real thing that's happening. It has been happening for years and generations, and nobody don't say nothing. I'm like, no, I gotta say something, even though I didn't even say nothing about my own situation. I was so young, and I don't know. My mom is deceased now. I never said anything, but I will never forget that experience. Like, I will never forget that happening, and the brother being jealous of the little brother. And I'm like, both of y'all, like, once I became older, I realized, like, what was happening to me. Like, oh, so this is what had happened to me. Like, wow. Yeah, so
Mm.
I
Wow.
just, I don't hear this kind of stuff. That disturbs me, the victim of that. And I have a friend that's a victim of that. And I just don't like that.
Mm. I'm with
And
you.
as we're adult women now, I don't have no solution. It's just one of them. I don't know. I look at him. I don't understand. Like, how you sitting here knowing what you did. That's the thing. So it makes me like, again, trying to be mature and cordial. When I have to come around, it's like I can't get that out of my head. It's been over 20 years. I cannot get that out of my head. What you did and how you did and how she had to stay on punishment for nothing. And then the mom turns around and marries him. And the whole Holy Bible thing, because he swore like that. It's so bizarre.
No police called or nothing. Just let him swear on the
Nothing.
Holy Bible.
Yes,
Lord have mercy.
nothing. It's just nothing. And I continue to come around all those years because, again, it's my friend. I just had to be around. It's just really weird and awkward. That's what I say, even to this day.
Has joined.
So I haven't visited her lately because I know they're there, like, visiting her right now. So I kind of, I just like to keep my distance from that because it's really weird.
That's a
It's
level.
it's creepy.
Mm, mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm, mm.
So yeah, I just wanted to share that since this was like the topic. And I just pray for everybody who ever went through that or experiencing that. It's not just
Mm.
it's on something that's always going to just replay in your head. Sometimes people may say, like, you need to let that go or get counseling. Well, I've got counseling and therapy, but not because of, I don't know, it's because that happened to me as a child because I've experienced things being an adult woman, different situations with men and creeps and sexual assault, and they don't have self-control and being date raped, all kind of stuff. So sometimes I sit back and think, like, do that have anything to do with what happened to when I was a kid? Like, I'm too vulnerable or I don't know. But then I always say it's not my fault. I know deep down that it's not my fault.
Mm.
I'm not the one doing these bad actions,
This is, I tell you, it's this is real, people, and that's why I'm having this particular show, so this could be a safe space. Somebody's listening to this is going through the same identical thing right now as we speak, and don't know where to turn, don't know who to talk to. They all confused. They overly medicated. They probably drinking more. They smoking weed more, doing all types of drugs just to get some type of peace of mind doing drugs. This is crazy. Hold on, my dear sister. Don't go nowhere. Let's check the next caller. 9011. 9011. 9011 caller. Last 4 digits of your number. Caller.
9011 caller. Last 4 digits of your number.
Go ahead, caller.
Caller.
I'm on here. Just came.
Hi.
Yeah, just like Sean Combs' situation. He's, just imagine how many victims, young women, and I just can't believe that he would do these things to these young girls. He have daughters. The federal investigators was not at that mansion for nothing. They were looking for something. I want to see some of the victims come forward. These women are not lying. He have daughters.
Roosevelt.
Has joined.
Ridiculous. And people looking at it because he's a billionaire. It's all about money. Yes, it's all about money to people. What about the dignity? Everyone is not lying on him. People think everyone's lying on him.
No, I don't think he's lying on him.
Let's let her talk. Okay.
People defend them, say, oh, they trying to bring a black man down. No, they're not trying to bring him down. People come forward. Why would he settle that case with Cassie? Your money can't save you. Your money can't save you. Look, expose the devil.
Well, let me say this. This year, I'm going to dedicate my energies toward the victims. I'm not had none of them, because see, the victims always get looked over. You see what's happening to me. They don't know if I'm a sexual assault victim. They don't know. They don't know what happened. Nobody never asked me. They don't care. All you care about what you want to care. You know, what about these victims here? This thing is real. This ain't no joke. We not being no groupies of these millionaires, these billionaires, or these social media influencers, or whatever they may be. You wrong, you wrong. Your good do not outweigh your bad. You're a terrible person when you violate little children, period. Manipulate them, groom them. You're sick. You're sick. Go ahead, caller. You can finish talking. 1616. I'm good. Let me know if when you're done. Okay. 5625. Come on, caller. 5625. Last 4 digits of your telephone number.
Hey, Martin, how you doing?
Good, good.
Remember during the pandemic when all the kids was at home, they was on teaching from the computer at home? Remember that 12-year-old boy and his cousin doing whatever. It don't have to come from a grown man. You say, yeah, you've seen it.
Yeah, I seen it.
They supposed to be on in school on live. He had the camera on and his little cousin doing whatever. Well, we all know what.
He didn't know. He didn't know her camera was on. He had been doing her like that for years.
He didn't know. So I'm saying, Mark, it started from a kid. He was 12. But again, it's so sad. The only thing I could think, and she said, yep, she remembered. The only thing I could think with us as parents, we gotta make sure we're watching over our kids. If we're not leaving our kids to Tom, Dick, and Harry, Uncle Sam, Uncle Sue, that hurt my heart during the pandemic. And I promise you, they probably got that little 12-year-old boy in jail instead of giving him help or something that he don't know. He didn't know. It might have happened to him. We don't know. But he had been doing that little girl like that for a long time. Thanks to the pandemic, we found out that he's been doing this to this little girl.
Hold on. Somebody's snoring. Y'all put your phone on mute. Okay. Go ahead, my dear sister.
Yeah, that's all I got to say, Mike.
Okay. Thank you for that.
But by the grace of God, I have never been touched. My mother had me when she was 15. I grew up in a whole house full of a lot of cousins, uncles. I don't know. All I know is, as we as parents, mothers, fathers, we cannot leave our kids with anybody. And that's sad. Because I know with your age, I mean, you grew up with a lot of siblings. I don't know. All I know is that when that little boy did that through that pandemic, and you know what? We ain't never heard whether he got no help, no counseling. But what we did hear, they locked his butt up at the age of 12.
I forgot all about that case too. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he was 12 or 14. I thought he was 14.
It might have been 12 or 14, but it was live, and the teacher, everybody was thrown back.
Let me Google it real quick.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me go to the next call. Okay, let me go to the next call. 3268.
What's going on, Martin?
Hey, is that Roosevelt?
Yes, Roosevelt.
Hey, Roosevelt, what's going on?
I know I'm probably your first meal and everything for the night, but I just want to, come on and also say, I know the whole thing might be for the ladies, but I know at the same time, some of us men when we were younger and everything were victims too. I mean, because I know I was, but but I'm also here to talk about a case that was a little bit much more deeper than mine. He was with a young lady, who I, dated or cared something for some years ago. Because we saw each other. We met over a dating line, years ago, and then she was slightly disabled too, just like me. But I guess we didn't really get together. I guess all because maybe we had some differences or whatever it was. But anyway, we ended up losing contact for like 10 years. And so we ran back up into each other. I would have to say around 2017, 2018 or so, like that. And she had revealed, it was just so sad, and I felt so bad and everything. She revealed, I guess, a year or two after, I guess, we lost contact with each other. I guess her apartment got broken into by a neighbor, and she was beaten up. And I guess that the guy raped her, or, whatever it was, knocked her teeth out, all of that stuff. Wow. And I guess they took her to the hospital. They did an investigation. And she told me something because of that. When he raped her, he actually infected her with HIV. I felt so bad.
Oh, my God.
I felt so bad. You'll feel bad to this very day because I just sit and, because, sometimes I also put it on me. Because, sometimes I used to tell her that sometimes I guess I think to myself that maybe if we could have gotten over whatever differences or whatever it was that we had, maybe, if I were there in her life and everything, maybe that wouldn't have happened or whatever like that or something. Because maybe I could have showed up as some kind of Superman or whatever. I don't know. But, that it's just bad. We're still good friends to this very day. She now lives in New York and everything. She seems to be like pretty happy and everything with life and all of that stuff. But, I think that's extremely bad.
Wow. I'm going to move on to the next caller. 9834. Caller. 9834.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing, caller? You're next.
Hey, how you doing? Look, I want to say, women that been through this, I apologize because I know y'all going through a lot. But I want to say this to you more. Look at the world that we living in. They can chase P. Diddy down, but they ain't chasing Donald Trump down. Just look at that. He done so much dirt, and they ain't gonna they gonna put him in the White House. Everything seems to change. So I just want everybody to look at the world that we living in.
Biden
Tell
does
about
not
that
share
color.
dirt, so we'll leave him out.
Yeah, but we talking about sexual misconduct that we know that this president has done.
Oh, Biden did it too.
So, black man gonna go to jail. The white man gonna get a pass.
Has joined.
You know, the white man gonna get a pass. The white man gonna get, hey, look.
But
and we gotta look at that as a community too.
But it don't matter.
Right. Let me just say this, brother.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
We gotta care, bro. We gotta care like how you can, bro.
Right. What I'm saying is too, brother. We know that there's an unjust
But
system.
it don't matter.
Right.
If he was black or
Right.
president or nothing.
Right.
They did it. Okay. It shouldn't matter about the president or black man. People all be quick to say to somebody about black. I've been hated on by all black people. Nobody white hated on me yet. But what Kevin Gates say, I see real or fake, not black or white.
If people don't think that America is not black or white, then I don't know where y'all living at, because
you trying to defend him because he black and he P. Diddy. It's abuse.
That's not what I said, sister.
It's
That's not what I said.
The show is about the abusers, nothing else.
The show is about the abusers. Right?
Abusers. He abused people. Okay, he abused Cassie while he settled the case.
Donald Trump abused people too. Why he not being persecuted?
What does it matter though? If he is or not?
Melanie has joined.
Okay, let's go to the next call. I don't want this to get off topic. 9011. Again, I think that's the second time gone. 9011. Caller. 9011. Caller. Caller. They hung up. I think we got another caller just called in. Shoot. See, people, we really have to watch out for the spirits. This spirit that have gotten a hold to the black community, that we don't want to say anything. And we love to deflect. Right now, people are mad at me because I keep talking about this. But isn't my name the crime chaser? Isn't when you groom somebody, that's a crime? When you molest someone, that's a crime? When you sexually assault someone, that's a crime? That's a crime. And I'm going to continue to talk about it. No one never reach out for the victims. It's always the perpetrators. They get passes and passes and passes and passes. And my main concern is not about the perpetrators. It's about the victims. Period. Victims. Should nobody be violated. Period. That's what my main concern about, nothing else. I don't care how much money the perpetrator have. I don't care how much influence they have. It's about the victims, people. Victims. What are we going to do to protect the victims? Help the victims. And a lot of these pedophiles, child molesters, they're going to keep doing it and doing it until they get caught. A lot of them think that they're so smart and cunning and they can get away. Period. I don't care if you're the president. I don't care if you are artists, whoever you are. None of us gets away in this life from nothing that we do. We're going to pay one way or another. Period. I got the floors open. Who want to talk? We still taking calls. People to call us on the screen, 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. You can call in. Your name and your telephone number will not be revealed, so everything is confidential. All right.
I just want to say this, Martin. I want to bring it to people's attention that may not have been following you as long as some of the rest of us. This is not a topic that you just started talking about and covering. You've been covering these types of situations and even going as far as to expose predators in churches and everything else. And so in interviewing victims, different victims, and having them come on the show and telling what they went through and what their mothers and grandmothers allowed, I can count back at least 2016, 2017. I think the earliest might have been 2016.
Whole time.
And so this has been going on for a long time with different victims of sexual abuse and being groomed by authority figures, pastors in big churches and all that kind of stuff. So I just want people to know that this is not about chasing clout or having something to talk about. Martin has been doing this for years now. This hasn't just started. And these people that are being discussed, they know this. They know that Martin has been doing this for years. That's all I wanted to say.
I want to give a shout out to my homeboy, Tory Lowe from Milwaukee, that's doing a great job down there. Activist, also a radio personality as well. Thank you, brother. Much love. And one thing I can say, if I had to compare myself against somebody, it would be Tory Lowe. I tell you, that brother is real as they come. I tell you. When I watch him, I see a lot of myself in him, because he really care about the community that he's serving. And I'm going to tell y'all people, it's not about my name have clout. The crime chaser. When you Google that name, my face come up, period. So it's not about no clout with me. I haven't lost my base. I've always kept a base, a platform where I can reach the people. That's why I open up this platform so you can talk. Nowhere on the internet that people are doing a panel such as myself. And I'm not bragging. Well, I'm just letting random people come on here and talk. I don't know anything about them. I don't know what they're going to say or anything. Period. All right, old timer, what you got to say? You got to stay with the topic. Yeah, go ahead. You got to stay with the topic now. All right.
I stay with it. I say as much as possible. People have lived with. Okay, people have lived with a lot of guilt.
Old timer,
lifetime.
You got me on the speakerphone. Do you got to turn your Facebook down now because it's echo?
Okay.
Turn your Facebook down, all the way down, and just talk to me on the phone like we just talking normal on regular conversation, so it won't have no echo.
Okay.
Turn it all the way down. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. People have lived with a lot of guilt for probably many years, men and women. And the best thing to do is tell somebody. Because if you live with an overwhelming amount of guilt, people it leads to mistrust, and it's because you're gonna see these, you're gonna be reliving these things when you see it on TV, when that same thing or even something similar to that happened. Any type of swindle that somebody do on someone, they gonna see it if somebody in there and rob the bank or whatever. So these type of things is traumatizing to a person, and in order for to get that off, you have to say something about it. Now, whether somebody gonna believe it or not, you got to find somebody that's trustworthy. Say, look, this is what happened to me. It could have been by an uncle. Hopefully, it's not by a brother. But on the act of goodwill, you let somebody in your house, the man turn around and assaulted you, and you have to say something. You have to come forward. And these are things that, because right now, what you hear about people that may be living on what we call an alternative lifestyle, you heard that they may have been attacked while they was young and didn't say nothing about it. And now, in the years coming up, they have been supposed to be, this has affected them. They say, well, how come you do the thing? And then they say, then they finally come out and say, well, somebody did something to me when I was 4 years old, or 10 years old, and so forth. And people are messed up. But even when you're at the age of accountability, you should tell somebody, because see, that gets guilt off of you, and you don't have to carry that dead weight around. And when you carrying dead weight around, some people say they went into prostitution because they couldn't live down what happened to them. Different things. So we have to listen to what everybody say, but somebody have to have a right answer, and that right answer is that you should come forward and say something. It could be that somebody gonna be exposed. I mean, we all hear about this stuff. People being sexually assaulted, and they say, well, they just saying that. No, they just saying that because they can't have their way, and now they want to tear somebody else down because their life is all messed up. You hearing that a lot nowadays. Misery love company and stuff like that, and even with Trump did something, and not the people saying, oh, he did that 40 years ago, and somebody coming out of the woodwork. But brother, at that point in time, you got to be like when you on the job. If you get an accident on your job, they want you to report it immediately. Don't go home that day and say, well, my back hurt and I slipped and fell. Before you leave the job that day, you need to go tell somebody, say, look, I was turning the corner, whether they had some water down there or whatever. I slipped and I twisted my back. At least they would know. So, but if you keep it to yourself, then it's going to be harder at some point. You say, should I say something? And then the person is of note. Oh, Lord, have mercy. They're going to say, oh, he lying on the preacher. He lying on the mailman. She did that. She let him up in the house. Well, I'm going to tell you like this here. A man will start stalking a young girl even when she's young. And brothers will be sitting around talking, my man, that girl's starting to, look how she blossoming out. She going to be fine when she grow up. And nobody going to stop that brother from saying that. And, and these things happen, and you build up enough lust in you, it's going to try to come out somewhere. You're going to try to find and make somebody a victim. So you have to say something. And whether somebody believe it or not, you have to say something. And they say, well, can you give us a name? At that point in time, you got to give them a name. Because that's your way of release, and that's the way that you have to go about it. You say, well, I'm going to pray about it. God say, take this to my grave. Well, everybody's not taking stuff to their grave. And everybody is not going through what that person went through. I'm going to tell you like this is, someone, you say stay with the topic, but I have to say this right here. At one time, before I was married, I used to have a certain amount of money because I wasn't married. I wasn't spending a lot. I used to have like, checks and all that stuff that I didn't even cash. So one night I got off work and they had they had a fair, where the Ferris wheel stuffing was. So I got off work and I went to the red light and you can see that Ferris wheel still turning. I said, oh boy, it looks like the fair is still going on. And I rushed down there and I made a bet on the wheel. And the wheel almost got to the number, and then all of a sudden it looked like it stopped right when it got to where I was going to win. And I had lost $100. Then the man told me, I said, what time y'all close? He said, oh, we're going to be open. You can go home and get some more money. I went home, and when it was all said and done, I had lost $700. And when I lost that money, I was scared to tell. I was too embarrassed to tell somebody. And it stayed in my conscience for years that how can I be so crazy to let somebody cheat me out that kind of money? When I seen, looked like the people had something that was stopping the wheel, but I couldn't prove it. But I was trying to get that money back that I had lost. And it was said, when all was said and done, I had lost $700. It bothered me for years and years and years. I didn't even want to tell nobody that I had something like that had happened to me. But after I started telling people about it, it was a mistake of mine, but at least I got it off my chest. At one time I was carrying it around, and every time I saw why people was losing money, and people say, man, you crazy to lose that kind of money. I was looking at myself. I wasn't thinking about nobody else. I was saying, man, I lost that kind of money, but nobody don't know it. But I'm saying, if something have happened to you, you need to come forward. You need to say something. You got to let the chips fall where they lay. And it's not in your hands at that point in time. It's you freeing yourself from what has happened unto you. And that's what it is.
I agree, old timer.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that. We're going to take our last call. They called in a couple of times, and we're going to be done. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and telling your story or telling the story that you're very familiar with of a friend or loved one. Okay, 9011, what's going on? Your last caller. Come on, caller.
You lost $700.
Oh my God.
Caller, come on now. What you got to say?
That had nothing to do with the conversation.
Honey, hang up on him.
She's gone.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I just want to ask this one question. Because to me, I think there are two different types of sex offenders.
What?
Oh.
What did he say?
Repeat yourself, sir.
Oh, going in and out. What did he say?
Your phone,
two
sir.
different things.
Take me off Bluetooth. Just talk directly into the phone, man, because it's breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I always hear you, but it was breaking up. Just
Two different things out here: pedophiles, sex.
It's all under the same
So
umbrella.
which one?
It's all under the same umbrella, brother. Salem, Newport,
Okay, so let me ask.
Campbell's, it's all under the same
Right.
umbrella.
Gotcha. So there's something that, like,
Brother, you breaking
a
up.
teenager.
I don't know what's wrong with your phone, sir.
You need to go off speakerphone because we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? I'm not on speakerphone.
Are you on Bluetooth?
No, I'm not on Bluetooth.
Well, just talk directly into the phone, sir.
I am. So if there is a child that is 18, his girlfriend is 17, and they still in high school together, and the mother doesn't like the boy, and she gets him locked up. Now, is he a pedophile or is he a sex offender?
Okay, well, let me
I don't know why you would even ask. Because Illinois is a state that says a 17-year-old is of age to make decisions on their own. So I don't know what you're getting at. What state are you talking about? Because it can't be Illinois.
I'm talking about young men that are.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but what state is the scenario
It's
in?
a different state. It's different
It's in
state.
Illinois.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll say this. In order for a minor to press charges, the adult have to sign for a minor to press charges.
Exactly.
Adult have to do that. Adult have to do that.
So what I'm asking, Mark, you got kids, right?
Yeah.
So if your son a star basketball player, he dates a star cheerleader.
Okay.
And they're in high school together.
It's called, I'm gonna tell you, you can stop. I know exactly where you're going. It's called statutory rape. That's what that's called. Statutory rape. That's what that is. Statutory. In the state of Illinois, it's called that. If you having sex with an underage minor, we'll just say consensually, not rape, but it's called statutory statutory rape. That's what it is. Having statutory sex. Yeah, that's what it is. It wasn't force. It wasn't force.
Exactly.
It wasn't force.
What I'm getting at is that this young man is 18 and this young girl 16 turning 17, and they both in high school together, went on prom together, and now this young man's life is ruined because we all been in high school, we all been teenagers, and he still has a teen, even though he's 18. He's not legally grown until he's 21.
No, not true. Not true. 18.
Can he buy liquor?
No, he can't buy liquor, but he's 18. In the state of
Okay.
Illinois, you are considered adult at age 18. No, he cannot buy liquor, but you're grown.
On your ID, it doesn't say, it says an adult at 21.
Sir.
You still have a different color ID at 18.
Sir.
Sir.
Sir, if you have sex with an 18-year-old, I don't care if you're 65 years old, and have sex with an 18-year-old, that's grown.
That. You're not hearing what I'm saying, Mark.
I'm hearing exactly what you're saying.
What I'm saying, this boy went to school. They went to prom together. Everybody was cool.
Sir, unfortunately, that's how the laws is. That's the law. I mean, that's how they got it designed like that. I understand what you said.
Mess this young man's life up. Mess this young man's life up because the mother, everybody was cool. They went to prom together. Everybody in the high school knew they was dating.
Mm-hmm.
But mess this young man's life up because this mother doesn't like him.
Well,
I don't think that's right,
let me
Mark.
just say this.
Is the boy black?
They're black, yes.
Let me just say this. Let me say this with that. She's still a minor, that young lady. And if she felt like that her daughter's violated, she have a right to file a complaint. I understand exactly what you're saying. Exactly what you're saying. They're just about in the same age bracket and all that. Now, just think, if he had been 17 and she's 16 and 15, it wasn't nothing she can do as long as it was consensual.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the statute is written here in Illinois. What's coming out. I understand what you're saying. Everybody knew, but it's the parents, brother. The parent, when it comes to a minor, if the parent signed a complaint. I
understand, Mark, but you're missing what I'm saying.
I'm not
Mark.
missing what you said, bro.
They went to prom.
Regardless,
prom
brother,
together.
It's called you having sex with an underage person. That's called statutory rape. That's what that is. That's all that is, sir. It's not a pedophile.
I got that.
That's all.
So what is it then?
That's all what that is.
He's gonna be labeled as a sex offender for the rest of his life.
It's very possible.
Because the mama didn't like them breaking up. Her daughter's crying. That's not right, Martin.
No, it's not right.
That's not right.
It's not right. Having sex before
listen,
having sex before marriage is not right either, brother. You know what I'm saying? Sex is between two adults. So you know, these are things that these are some of the consequences that we get when we go out there, include myself, have a baby. not married, then, you know, we expect things to operate fairly, but they don't. You know, people, they get together, they see how good each other look, and they get with each other, don't know each other, lay down and have sex unprotected, and the baby is born. You know, the mother was vindictive. From what you sound, she wanted to help her daughter. That's terrible. And I understand what you're saying, bro. That's terrible. And it happens. A lot of these young ladies.
The young girl kept telling her mother she don't want to. The young girl kept telling her mother she don't want to go through it.
That don't
and
matter.
The mother said, "I don't give a damn."
She's the guardian. The guardian, it doesn't matter. Don't you know?
Right.
That's how Illinois statute is. You know, even listen. Just say, like, if I walk up and slap a teenager, slap him or hit him with a ball or fist, knock his teeth out his mouth. Now, his mother still have to file a complaint on me in order for them to get me arrested. Now, they arrest me, but the mother have to sign because him being a minor. That's how the law is written, brother, and it's wrong. You know, because like I tell people, because it's a law that don't make it just. We have a lot of unjust laws here in America, even just here in Illinois.
Okay.
I feel you, brother. That's bogus. That's bogus. She destroyed that young man's life. She destroyed his life. And that wasn't right. She destroyed his life. Yeah. She had something personal against him. And I feel you, brother.
Yeah, she did.
She destroyed that young man's life.
Daughter's relationship.
Yeah.
But you do know that there's a lot of teenagers, young men out here going through that.
Of course. I'm aware of that. But at the end of the day, if that mother filed charges, there's nothing that teenage daughter can do or son. It take the mother to file. Yeah. If you got a 19-year-old boy, got a 16-year-old girlfriend or 17-year-old, he having sex with her, if the mother decided she want to press charges on him, she can do it. File a complaint.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just want to bring that to.
And you're correct, brother. I'm with you. She destroyed that man's life. Now he got to be on a sex registry and all that. Then, when, it's different levels.
You got to be on there for 10 years.
Yeah, see, different levels, man. And that stuff follows you, man.
And messed up his basketball career and everything.
Oh yeah, do it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But let him go on prom with her daughter. Wow.
What? That's what pissed me off the most. Because they went on prom, the mom was there, everybody was partying. As soon as they break up, he said, I'm gone, I'm finna go away to college, I don't want to deal with you no more. Now the mama step in and say, no, we ain't gonna play them games.
Well, I'm gonna say this, brother. You got some women right now. Men, listen to me. You think that you're gonna have sex with them and walk away? It ain't gonna happen. They're gonna make your life a living, you know what? I'm telling you. And that sounds like the attitude of that parent. You think you're going to have sex relationships with my daughter, then you think you're going to go off and leave and don't have nothing else to do with it. No, I'm going to show you, sir. And that's what she did.
And I try to tell my nephew, they keep saying pedophile. You're not a pedophile.
No, he's not a pedophile.
You just got caught up with you're a sex offender.
No, he's a sex offender.
You're not a pedophile.
No, he had sex. He's not a pedophile. He wouldn't be considered a pedophile. Yeah, that's statutory rape. That's all that is. That's not a pedophile. Not at all. Not at all.
And don't look. I tell them every day, don't look down. Just keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the prom. Man, we look at the prom pictures, the mama there. We like, how did this?
Man, I wish y'all could have got him. See, the thing is, these attorneys, they just look for a conviction. All they want to know if he had sex with her. Do you know her age? Were you aware of her age?
That's all they wanted to know.
Yeah, that's all they want to know. I don't care if y'all was in relation. Did you have sex with her? Once he admit that, they got you. Yeah.
It was Brother Martin.
Now, we're not finna drag this on all the time, but go ahead. Come on.
But a person can overpower a person and can have that person to do something. This brother, a basketball player, he been lifting weight. So he's strong, and he got the girl in a vulnerable spot. And he been trying to figure out how he gonna do this anyway. So now that he feels that the time has come, ain't nobody here to see it. Now, why can't he just tell the truth about what happened? Now, you asked him to say, well, can you tell us what happened? She said that you twisted her arm, and then she got scared, and so she just went on out of your wishes. Now, can you tell us what happened? Why don't he come forward? Because like I said, see, if that brother don't even admit the truth, if I say something, my basketball career gonna get messed up. Okay, well there it is, right there.
Well, let me let you know this. The mama used to let him spend nights over there.
Oh.
Okay.
And the girl spent nights over the boy house. So y'all don't, you can't, there you go with the why. That's what I'm saying. Wow. So it was deep. It wasn't until they broke up.
Oh,
this
wow.
allegation came. Exactly.
Well, I understand. Listen, the mother wasn't gonna allow him to, already probably have a sex relationship with my daughter, which the mother was aware of that. She was aware. She got it over, know what was going on. But for him to think that he's gonna walk out of her daughter's life and possibly be a professional ball player, athlete, and don't know it no more, the mama wasn't going. She said, before I let you walk away clean, I'm gonna damage your life. And that's what she did. That's what she did to that young man. Yeah. So she figured, okay, it's a possibility this young man might become a professional athlete. And he don't want anything else to do with my daughter. Now, I allowed you to come over my house, spend the night with daughter. I know y'all was in there having sex. I allowed her to come over your house and do all these things. And you think you're going to walk out of my daughter's life like that? Some parents ain't going.
Y'all broke up.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel you, brother. I understand. Yeah. I wouldn't consider your nephew a pedophile. Me, I wouldn't consider him that. Now, the law may say something different, but I wouldn't consider. So this is a twisted case, but they got him because she was underage. And they basically in the same
16,
age bracket.
Turned to 17.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If she would have been 17, it would have been cool, like the lady said. But they've been having sex since she was 16. And he was 17, turning 18, and she was 16, turning 17.
Did y'all get him a lawyer?
Yeah, he had to.
Okay.
But he couldn't get around the fact that she was 16. That was the whole catch. And like you said, they don't care what the girls say. The mama say it's what the mama says.
That's it. That's what I try to tell people. That's what I tell people at the end of the day. Now you're
right about that.
Yeah, you man, listen, they got to sign because most cases, most statutory rape cases, is because the mother signed a complaint. Because not the female, because she can't. The mother can override the female. That's how it be. Like you got some women out here, some young ladies, 15, 16, they mess with grown men. Grown man paying their phone bill, giving them money and all that. But if the mother find out, then the mom would press charges. And in most cases, the female that's doing the tricking off with the old man, she's embarrassed because she's been caught. So it's deep out here, brother. And you're right. It's deep. It's deep. You tell nephew, man, just keep his head up, man. Just stay clean. Just stay out the way, bro. This is a life lesson.
Right.
It costs him a lot, but he's got to move on. Life goes on.
Costs him a lot.
Yeah, it costs him a lot, man.
The same thing you saying right now, same thing I've been telling him. Life goes on, man. Don't let this get you down.
You can't let it get down, man. He got to move forward, man. He got to press, hey. You got to press on, man. Because a lot of things happen, to all of us, and we don't. Some things we all know some things that sting us, and we hate to even think about it and talk about it that happened to us in life. So he got to move
One thing I
on.
tell him, I say
Go ahead.
Allen Iverson was in jail. Georgetown coach came and got him, right? Say just go to a 2-year university, play your heart out.
Yeah. But whatever you do, get his education. Tell him get his educational skill set. You got it. If you, like old time I always say, if you don't get no education or a skill, only thing left is to steal. Yeah. That's it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. So you tell him the crime chaser said keep his head up and be the best that he can be. You don't have to be, I think I put up a post today. You don't have to be best for God to use you. You just got to give your best. And that's what you tell him.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be the best for God to use you, but you have to give your best. Yeah. So that is what it is.
Thanks.
We're gonna leave it right there. I understood you, brother, the first time you said it, but I'm just trying. A lot of times I don't want to mislead nobody, and what I can say, and somebody may be in the same situation, and man, well, I'm gonna go on here, but at least I ain't gonna be labeled no pedophile, because you got some men will take a chance, brother. I'm telling you, they would take a chance. Little young men, they would take a chance. Sneaking, you know. If you ain't got no self-control, man. And sometimes it take you years to gain that self-control, to have that self-control. You know, every man and every woman know their appetite. You know if you like a girl or boy, a man or woman, whatever, a little boy, little girl, you know. Your appetite, it craves for certain things. Tell nephew to stay out of trouble. Make sure that they 18 and over, and he'll be all right. You know?
Right.
He'll be all right.
Yep.
Get him a family, start a family, get his education, get him a family, he'll be all right. Don't leave God out of the equation. He'll be all right. I mean, I sold drugs for 4-5 years of my life. I hate I ever done that, man. I don't even like to talk about it, but I did it. You know, I didn't use drugs, but I sold it. So imagine the lives that I tore up, the families that I tore up because of me putting some drugs out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tough, brother. We all got that past, brother. I'm not sitting up here saying I'm pure as snow. And no, brother, I had some things going on, brother, that I did not like about myself. I'm telling you. I remember one time I used to walk around with 2 guns, waiting on somebody to say something to me. Just waiting. That's why you often hear me say on this platform, there's somebody right now that got a gun that's waiting on one reaction. Guess what? That was me. That's why I can sell that. That was me. I was just waiting on the one wrong reaction so I could take you out of here or you take me away. So a lot of times I be saying these things. I know what I'm talking about. He be at his experience and stuff like that, and I know. You know, and just like this case happened to your nephew, tell him stay away from drugs, alcohol, all of it. Don't do none of that. Because see, stuff like that, it'll drive you to drugs and alcohol and take you off your square. You don't want to do that. Like I was saying earlier before you got on here, a lady went into the hospital and her own husband or baby daddy was having sexual relationship with the daughters, raped both of them and had babies by them. And now one of them out there on the west side somewhere prostituting and on drugs because she couldn't cope with what happened to her. So things that happen. These are family secrets that don't nobody want to talk about. Cousins sleeping with cousins.
Ooh.
It's serious, people. We don't like to talk about these things, but I want this platform to be a private place where we can talk about these things. These are hurting, man. These are hurting. These are demonic things, man. Hurtful things. You know, it's real. The man got babies by both sisters. It can happen. Family secrets. Mama telling her son, his father dead. But what she really not telling him, she had a one-night stand. Didn't know nothing about the guy. Or she was messing with a married man. See, these are secrets, brother, that we don't like to talk about. These conversations are painful, but they are necessary, brother. And if we're going to be free as a people, man, we got to start addressing these things, man. We harboring pedophiles. We harboring murderers, killers. My baby. Your baby shot 3 men in the house. Point blank range. Shot him in the head, execution style. All the evidence pointed toward him, and you don't believe in your heart that your baby did that. Yeah, your little baby did that. All right, people, this is live, uncut, unedited.
You already know what it is.
Hold it.
Live, uncut,
Hold it.
unedited. Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
I love being black. Good night, people. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. Maybe we'll run it back again another day or two. So appreciate you, my brother. Tell nephew to stay strong, bro. Peace out. I want to thank all my guests. Thank you, Sharice. Thank you, Old Timer.
Yes, sir.
All the anonymous guests, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully this have been a learning lesson, something that you got out of this, that these things are real. This is not just stuff that we see on TV. This is things that happen in the Jones family, in the Johnson family, in the Smith family, in the Green family, in the Brown family. It happens in all these families.
Oh, that's it.